Chapter 3115 begins with Erika seeking an audience with Matriarch Farrell, Marco's mother, to discuss her intentions to end her troubled marriage. Matriarch Farrell, though preoccupied with her own thoughts, agrees to meet with Erika after a moment of silence, signaling her willingness to hear her daughter in law's grievances. As Erika enters the study, it is clear that she has undergone a transformation. The usual elegance and attention to detail in her appearance are gone. Now dressed in simpler, more practical clothing, she reflects her emotional exhaustion. She has stopped caring about impressing her husband or conforming to the expectations of the Farrell family. This change symbolizes her emotional detachment from Marco and the luxury that once defined her marriage. She observes Matriarch Farrell practicing calligraphy, noticing that the matriarch's usually elegant handwriting is now messy and uneven. She senses the older woman's emotional turmoil. Matriarch Farrell's struggle to maintain her composure mirrors the family's broader state of dysfunction. After a few moments of reflection, Matriarch Farrell discards her imperfect work, recognizing her own frustrations. She turns her attention to Erika, inviting her to share her thoughts. Erika calmly explains her decision to divorce Marco, emphasizing that she has thought through the consequences and is ready to move on. She recounts how Marco's infidelity has not only shattered her trust, but also left her feeling repulsed by her husband. Although she once stayed in the marriage for the sake of their children, she now admits that even this motivation is no longer enough to keep her bound to Marco. She acknowledges that while they both stayed together out of obligation, Marco's emotional detachment and betrayal have made it impossible for her to continue living a lie. Matriarch Farrell listens to Erika, offering little immediate reaction. When she finally speaks, she questions whether Marco is willing to accept the divorce. Erika responds that Marco is opposed to the idea, accusing her of fooling around despite his own blatant infidelities. However, she remains firm. She refuses to let Marco's resistance deter her. Her gentle tone reveals that she has reached a state of emotional peace, having already accepted the end of their marriage. She then reflects on her past in the Farrell family, reminding Matriarch Farrell that their marriage was initially arranged at her suggestion. Despite her efforts to be a dutiful daughter in law, she feels she has been betrayed not just by Marco, but by the entire family dynamic. She recounts the lengths she went to in order to please Matriarch Farrell and Shiloh, which led her to act unfairly toward Catherine. This admission hints at Erica's regret for the ways in which she became complicit in the family's toxic environment. Matriarch Farrell, in an attempt to salvage the situation, appeals to Erica by bringing up the potential impact the divorce might have on the children. She argues that the children, who are at a critical stage in their education, might suffer academically if they are exposed to the emotional strain of their parents' separation. However, Erica is unfazed. She counters that the existence of children has not stopped Marco from cheating, nor has it protected their marriage from falling apart. Her stance is clear. She is no longer willing to sacrifice her own well being for the sake of maintaining a broken family structure. With her mind made up, she outlines her post divorce plans. She intends to move into the house her mother had gifted them upon their marriage, taking the children with her. She envisions a future where the children will live primarily with her, while Marco now free of his marital obligations, will see them only occasionally. She believes that with time, the children will grow accustomed to this new arrangement and be largely unaffected by their parents' separation. Her pragmatic approach highlights her determination to take control of her life after years of emotional neglect. She expresses hope that Marco will at least cooperate in co parenting, even if their marriage cannot be saved. Her ability to remain calm and composed in the face of such a major life decision shows her emotional growth and resilience. Matriarch Farrell, realizing the inevitability of Erica's decision, lets out a sigh of resignation. She understands that Erica's mind is made up, and there is little she can do to reverse the course of events. While she may have once exerted control over the family's affairs, Matriarch Farrell now faces the limits of her influence as her family's cracks become too deep to repair.